ho etna so emane ye wo okuja tabra kwa oba wiase adwuma ben na waye nam soma wanya wo ho ene wo na onama VAT na wote. Let's not talk about companies ahodo wo okuja tabra kwa sisi ameno kasai odo nsa hihya ase ofo scan wo he kromfo bi etise okuja tabra kwa na ye yi ne se omme fight kro no koya na ye bai abusia ya won sempo ni po enkrofo ya yo mo adwene se so far as omo aba power ne de omo pese omo nsei mpanfo omo wan pipi mu nyina mungu omo ani mase said ye be ya daachi bi no omo ntumi nya kwanya ma ban mu enti ye be ku omo ani mase enti kwase ampanyi no kuja tabra ko sori a obi si ne dan no na one na mo ho na o point ne nsa hwede we yaye okuja toy fayenko ufie na otim ewo Santa Hill se Kanta Hill se hefa here no fayenko ho airport hills ho na okuja tabra ko wato fie a otim wasia to asase 4 acre of land ewo airport hills a oti ho no fayenko ho na yemfa yani enko hwebi na kire ye declare ba bia wunya sika wo de ye den eto sa japade kromfo thief going after thief na wo kuja to ho ye mesere and I always what I do, I always condemn the NPP leaders mo di mo ho abro mo ba ban mu kromfo ananese atugu abonten ya kire se waje double salary as an MP. Illegality in the constitutional what them call base. Mo anya ne hwe. Ena muja. Ena odede na mu. Ena ogu anim ase. Afa nyo markets. Osora na oni ato force nam na mu di agro. Na omo fo sik mo de ba se wo huru prako hu te sedan a atache no mu ana obesia kwa akoda ena mo MPP fo mpanfo mo jama nkrofo we ne mo nam na mo ne omudi agro abere omo nso de omunyamo a na omo asumutum to your lowest level na enya asem na yenka wo okuja tabra kwa wo okuja tabra kwa ohiani ba wo na ohiani ba pa when we talk about poor people in Ghana, you were one of them. Odo who share politics muntiene, ye count the biggest, the richest people in the country. You are one of them. Whoever come for equity must to come with a clean hand. To me, Obibiaro so very open entrene your omaimono. Sa nipa na wose o apia o se on apia se ne ho ay clean kromfo wo kromfo asabi obra na ye deputy minister of education utumi kata wani ekoto car Navara pick up Navara e de bar Ghana fo second hand pick up Navara o e no mo koto free India no mo de bar Ghana e no mo beton man Ghana band so mo ato Navara pick up brand new ones. Kromfo sa Navara pickups na okoto toye no how buy na charges number we twitwa na MPP from point for pa uradi nyankopo ye na adenti amoye mo hu boklong sa nka nkrofo we nyina nkomo dadan nke ya to omo prum ya bo omo pane omo nkasa me ya kan omo anu atom Pogigami ne style ni bi ena mo jaya kromfo na omo ne mo ata na omo adokoro mo na omo dokoro mo nim sebio sobra owe wa otaro honam so ho se we ye sobra owe na we ja na mana ewe na wo hwe na da na wanya na wo hwe na wo sere am bi before point for adan mo nko na mako school wi ase mo nko na munim book nkan mo nko na munim democracy nya America na moye politics o enye Germany na moye politics enye Italy na moye politics na say mo bom ho so much democratic o dey ko he enkrofo we omo ye rude na wonte kwa amofa so kasa wo parliament Rekwanya NDC MPs efa so kasa wo parliament. Rekwanya nkrofo we fa so kasa wo parliament de kire MP before. E kire wo prefer say omo suban they are rude people. Omo ye wide. Unya omo you have to pray them the wide way to put them at their levels. Uja omo na kasa omo dialogue wa. Omo nte dialogue wa si o. Omo nte dialogue wa si. Enkwasi asem no nkoa chimini kutukutu na hwan na sese galamse asem ne kodi hefa was okuja to abrakwa no one of the big people who were talking about galamse kodi hefa na ya jawon na ya say ye namfofo ye ne omo na ye ne omko ba na ye bogentre no mo seyen no mo tonye tombone de chega na man abusia we MPP leader just listen to me Ghana for no omonye European citizens so ebinum kura nim what the constitution say o senka nipa no nim the constitution na ka nkanye ne so omonam ho obodji sa nkwase a ora se hwan na hwan se ora sex o se de banyo se omoso ro mo ye mema na ibio kochi team memla meye investigation say friend ora de ora section koti team bi na yemfa investigation say friend ora sex ora section na dia asem na moka enti sa okuja tabra kwa no onenam Ghana man mu ho I say he want to intimidate every MPP man no ohwe ne ho ye no ne honsem edoso sene sabio MPP mpanyfo nyina any possible scandal ebetumi aba MPP for omumu no okuja to nkwa ne ho scandal about corruption edoso sene wonyina kromfo kwa wo okuja to wabreso ena mutumi chinchim sabio Ghana school for nkura o monsa sika yemfa nkoye school feeding muchedi sika monfanko school feeding mo sheda transi chedi emenia ne shotoye for the first time in the history of Ghana northern region kwa no mo benefited from free education since Kwame Nkrumah breso monko ama breso na duane shoto wo northern region for a senior secondary school student krono nko a monko to buku mra na mako printing press bi o India na mako print different thing na mo wi sika wo ho wo kuja tabra kwa you had the gas to come out and say I'm going after government property hey nyantobase okuja to nyantobase say what that authority ni wo mu pa dia ene hyase free ofio start from the NDC first of all just start from your own account. The sources of wealth awanya o sources of wealth awanya wo abrabom no the kind ebe declare your assets and your sources of assets actually ansanamra ama ho kwan mo akwa vandalism group akwatia odi kodi nkwasasem e wo Ghana for mpanyfo so anado NMPP amanyoko no mo baaye no omo amache sika ni o so mo beche sika di ya nkanya ne se supporters na ankoto aba no Jimmy MPP amanyoko betra Ghana konwa so oba na oba be di sika nkanya ne se sebio MPP supporters stiff o mo ankoto aba because of say yes ye di ajawo enti hyase furu fi ho hyase furu fi ho na hew ni bohwe ade yes the subject matter subject nipa na odi asem no ba no nipa na o kasa fa asem no ho no sa nipa na ankasa no ne personality it counts a lot Okuja Tabrakwa Yobi were din trust since when he started politics. Were din tro asem bia Okuja to the betum ponim so din tro. Enti nipan concerning tro 40 so Okuja Tabrakwa. Ebe catch so obi abokrono, obi area, debia so debio or bombshell. Debia na medem wo bombshell, and na medem wo the bombshell where they beto Ghana beda yambutu. Okuja Tabrakwa. Nti uko bathroom a utimi hwe wani. Upon the chrono a wabɔ wɔ aban mu ɛwɔ amanyo mu. Sɛ wokɔ gyina bathroom a utimi hwe wani ma ko udu wani man kosua menu wei. Etimi hwe wo ho identify wo ho sɛ wo yɛ clean man. Okujato. Utumi tena parliament bɔkorɔ no wɔ parliament. Yɛka wo sɛ ma yɛnka. Wode deɛ wukyiri wɔ abrabom ɛne nipa a ɔkɔ so. Deɛ wukyiri ɛwɔ abrabom no so obɛhu sɛ Ghana ni ba bi kɔ so. Adeɛ bi ɛyɛ Ghana ni bi ɛna obɛnya nkɔsoɔ. Adeɛ bi ɛbɛma Ghana ni ba bi apagya ne ho. Adeɛ bi ɛma Ghana ni ba bi na brabo si ne yie bia no Okuja Tabrakwa sɔre a ne watwa. Enti obi si ne fie MPP from mpanyinfo bebree ɔmo politics na ɔmo wɔ mu sika dada. Enti obi abrɛ dada anya ne ho a ɔsi ɔbɛtena fie na wadwere ne ho na osi ne dan na wonam akyire sɛ meyɛ oral sex team leader. Enti yɛnkɔ ne nkɔ bisa wɔn wabɔdam. In which part of the constitution or in which part of the laws in the country and I am mention oral no say as an investigation team. Jimmy, mo de say school no mo call. School no mo call. Hey, let me tell you something. Okuja Tabrakwa. Sa unima. Sa utimi ko obi fia for self defense. Sa obi betimi atwituo wo so. Wo Okuja Tabrakwa. Se uko obi fie se wo koye investigation o mi eponoma nwura ni fia se nipa ne ye bold o betimi atwetuo wo so de abowa ku Jimmy mra bia ni wachi nkwasi asem na wo ye no Ghana ho no eti se wi base fo aka omo ho abom na omo di ntrotro asem because nkwasi asem na wo di no emra bia nta wachi. There is no law that recognize that oral sex group. With a Jimmy kotu duni papa mi ti osiora. Chese mahama jumana ne damutim. Yaka mo se mayenka. Yaka mo se mamenka. But odi ami ni atem. But Ghana for to me e Ghana maimu no. Enye political party video. To me na e Ghana maimu no. Enye obi ade o. Enti enye se waban ababan mu nti no osori ya na wapagya ho se mafatumi ahyemensa because me party ne nipa odene bae na Ghana fo ato abama ne se onye den o medi o man o magi tumi no ewo emfie nan enti no de me pe na me ye da bi nyesa na ye na Okuja to tumi ewo man num no ewo constitution num eye constitution no mu mra ne bi tumi na ewo mu bi na ye pone ho de ma aban but still aban no kura no constitution na ye den e cover ne so constitution na ye den e guide aban ne say on form mra enti every authority ye can authority a ye say kwa misi aka na Ghana kasa authority bi e Ghana man mu bia no e wo say constitution no any of my no mumra no enhu se sa group na sa authority no recognized by them. Say constitution no enim sa organization na illegal organization. Na kwa champagne me I cannot stop insulting. Marco school, mu MPs, mu parliament. You have been say Uber catch them so ye non NGO non-government organization no nye juma we na wo. Every organization that is organized by the state power, it must to be recognized by the laws and regulations in the country. And yes, also the no was say we for you achi moma yenko mumra me o kwa oba me fia na me kitatu a oba me de bebo because I will make me feel say you want to invade my house. The right of defense, private property defense no ma me kwan ma me twituo wo so jimi anabusian format say John Dramani Mahama say wa build the group bi a friend ora omonko abonten wa ma ya state ne kra ye de akọ parliament ate ase ama ya approve ma na ba ba ye mra say ya chechire tumi bi etisa say enti di okuja top abrakwa ye no eye illegal, eye unconstitutional, eye abuse of power. Free because yen kan nipa wo se nka yen hwehwe omo abrabọ ne omo sikasem ene omo hunya omo anya ba bi omo di fra nka yen disifo NDC for no omo nya sika na omo si yen ka omo asem Ghana man no omo nyina free northern region me ya be ma me ya ba o hweme we are northern region ya mentan wo me ne woni asem but bi bintima pese men kan bibi sankrofo we nyina sika koram komo de be ko JSS kura na omo ni bi SS na omo ni bi eye Ghana fo me papa odo koko to koko eye ni business akese who know a southern part of Ghana wo papa sabio obo ne homodre nyankopon bo ana otumi ye adwumaden ntubua no to the ma ban na de hwe nkwasiafo we num school nti ye ka omo ahi omo a these are the people but enne okoba bia omo no omo age hwafa the NDC politicians, they are almost all of them from northern part of Ghana. Bisomo so munya sika ne fire bisomo se omunya sika fire enkrofo amomo yawo mu na mu ntumi mpo entua mu school fees nko school within a shorter possible time of politics. Madam Muhusika for big men in the country. Mokuramusi and Kamwasem. Mokuramusi Mohote. Mokuramusi Yenya Monamonya Diamope. Na a man for mo papanum yesika for dada. Se oko kakino for the atasem, second for that I crom for. Nanado Lanko Kufa de crom for. My brana champon eye kromfo obeka chamse na kumya ye kromfo chese monni adwene wo mutim eni ntia mate sa small group na modenam no na meka Nanado wanted to do something that democratic ebinsi with the whole Africa, inclusive governance, and ekofa kwasi ampanyini we OSP Jimmy ekofa na bae. Nanado wanted to do inclusive, what them call governance. And Yakofa, Akwe Feni saying, what is the name? Patinamidu, our yen disney. Nanado Kauba yen and Kaufa, Sebio. MPP ni lawyer mapa, and Ankosun chases Uncle Fo ya, Nkenene and ne. Nkenene and ne. Near Jaya. We are too much what them call democratic people. We understand the democracy, what it means. We are the rules of laws. And a Jimmy for no boy and chrono sent pure money behavior. Etia mu catches a acron for Abusia, many obianio. I'm not against anyone, but MPP 1.5 mistake Kashepa. Ye kan krofo ya no etumu a nkanye ne ne Agwambaben, look at the display of the year of parliament. And so no double salary shane too. Agwambaben, for what we know, okoji $2 million free parliament say eko free businessman bi also okoye project wajis Kennedy krono. Agwambaben oti hono Ono nko to me demand 2% of annual budget. Say yemfa no. Yemfa no, but just a fact is so be na no kan ye no. That was sufficient to arrest him. Any job no money na mu no mu din phone. And this party MP before your panka ye gu no. Okay, ofosu ampofo. Ofosu ampofo on his own audio. I say me NDC foko share ni edi nkomo a. Masama ameka na NDC ni bitimi record the cotton the comma MPP for say me see enko hwehwe amanfo. Sniper na kan say mo ye fro no ankasa nanu. A confirmation of whatever audio that came out. Now MPP for your giant. We did not use that one to prosecute this guy so that the other fools will learn from that. And Okujatunum Fili said, they are the men of the movement. This is their time. They can shake the whole party. They can send the party into opposition. Yaduako opposition are we and I feel na yabete tell. I feel and yabete tell. Says it to me a few some. Say to me na few some. Nti afe ne yɛbɛte teo yɛbɛma wa asofa yɛbɛma wa bre yɛbɛka de yɛpɛ de ato so yɛbɛka de ni hɔ yɛbɛtɔ ne magana fo batɔ radio ni stations na yɛwɔ position po na yɛtua bɛka sese ya ababan mu yɛbɛtua bɛka ma baka de bɛpa afa ho bɛbɛyɔyɛ na no nsira kwasɛ mpanyin Captain Smart onua TV say ɔyɛ Thanksgiving there na why there be na wanwene Thanksgiving also yet Thanksgiving not otin ase onua TV Thanksgiving adentia onua TV atumi aposueri the agenda oton the man this for omo opposition poni o na afi omo aba won kan dem power afi na omo beto media kese into the mopa montana hona ya yeti social media yeso da ye kwa ye tietiem ye bodam no mo ntwam ani mehwe yen samo de mopa montana ho na odi afi we so munja ye ngum pomva ye ho ye abobodam bi no pobre yeti abrochire ani adwuma ye so na adwo ani yeti social media nim zabo biase o bi no beka bra ye mu binom ye tete abrochire ani adwuma ye nti nyunjo a ne asra betena camera nim na ye tentiem eni ba bi ko MPP for momamani na ho na mo di democracy ni book long aya mambre se di ayodene ba bi aduru ayodene homfa ho nanzi form na homa NDC for benti asese say ye ka marima mema pa mema let my vote count demonstration okay kume preko okay me homba ho nanzi form na ye ka marima MPP for ni marima nya NDC for nya nkrofu ya bedwane nkrofu ya ba no ba agwa uhia be so bedwane enti democracy no momba mfanto nchen kakra nkrofo na yesi omo no mo ye buga ye mmo baby you do me I do you nga how dare say okuja tabra kwatimi kwane na amanfo properties ho no de nsa kire nga how dare you okuja tabra kwa etumi esesa nkrofo illegally no mo na mamamfo fie chema wajapade hwan na de mawo because omo amassage waters na hu say etuba bia ye politics ye democracy too much so now they have seen our character so they can try to do whatever they want to do. They can command, they can now so they are also in power. And the MPP for say opposition, we have nothing to lose. Opposition are yet here. eba ne dena opposition ye besen atena but mesremo too much democracy no man enko form nkwasiafo no mo kansemfo ka mo ho no nsem mo kansemfo fa mo ho no mo forget won obi obetwa ntro agu mo so o mra bonten enye yi a mo nsi won mo mfre won court wo mra meyi won ano na obo nhyase mfa nsu anyansa na obo hu se untumi ntransi ntwa ntro mfa nto obi so abere enye nokore wabo. Let's begin from rolling style. Adwadifo kumase businessmen na kese ayegu omo adwuma dwamfo ma ye chi omo eboro won twitwa omo beebi amaamefo ni abusuanfo na omo sika akra gu baabi a yetumi dada won gi won sika free won sama omo nsanka ni biem aban nyuma nko 320 na nkrofo wo ye den esan cheche etonton ma omo ho. They are still working there free. And I'm saying you know, they are out there now telling you say when are you come for. They are out there saying ye mom ne ye come for. Now how dare you kujata brakwa? Who gave you that audacity? Who gave you that audacity to come in and tell we MPP for say ye ya come for? Prono ben yabo. Mokai. See, I know more year you in 2008 campaign time. And I'm catch up for some bomb betchiwe. Omoba bani mo mwanche kotre tatia o mwanche na mfana nkwa nkotum. Na ano so omo ye campaign catch them. Said ye be yo no saa ni be pese be penyo. Ono so on ba ye the same thing. Ye betchiwe. Omo na musa omo nye hwe na bibia atwa. But the person men can MPP for antiase and say next time when you have the power, don't believe say the power of the people is forever. Next time when you have the power, believe say the power of the people is not forever. So use the power to do things in order so that you can maintain the power. Demu nyama okuja to abra kwa nmu twitwa ntra kese ngugu mo ani mo ase. E na ombeduru ye de na omo ye. E na omo beduru ye promises ajoma ha mama ene de na ode ye. Abusianfo mama mfanchia ematiefo kakra. Meselo se efei e na waba like me video no mama na share mama nso. Ye me like na hu hia me pa abusian. And I adore some, but like no from papa any papa say 400, but like no from it must say but more than I like video no ma'am. Yes, yeah, it me like in the camera. Oh, like yes, said yeah, me na why the palm yes, oh like it say why the palm until your support or maybe self run so be like the mama. But in check say my sister akosua nyameche meche bebre top notch once meche phobia member ewo Facebook esanso ewo YouTube mumehwe na chia kwan na ye mo ano na ono so ni show no ontumi ye kama said yes na efata kendebo meche ye pa me wakwaba sister Vida Botche say yeah. Sister Medasepa, I thought say you were one of the first people who commented here when I came. Thank you very much. Also be a class prefect. No, also be a president for the page. You're welcome, mama. A quantum. So I'm saying Mechia particularly Stone, Mechia Yepa. Sister Diana Pia Mechia. Phobia member Machia. Sansona sister Esther K. Badi Mafiura Baku Pemale. Mechia, what is saying? I'm a forward Mechia, every on Facebook. Oscar Teria Mechia so. My Mary Tapia Mame, who want to say, Sansona Adams, Sofo Mechia so. Dr. Skia, course, Mame, Yamuakwaba. Patrick Owusu and San so no mema wo Akwaba Yepa. SKB TV, ewo YouTube, Esanso, ewo Facebook. Another powerful platform. Renechia Kwai na support no na Sebio. Ononso ni show enyefe said yes na efata. Miss B, the sweet voice, Miss B. Mame Mimwakwaba, it has been a long time. Hope you are doing great. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah. Selina Lewis, once Michelle Ye Palma Wakwaba. Esther K. Badima, Fiura Kupe Mame, what to say? And Yemi Panini Kwasi Asamoah Michelle. Yes, Bida Oche was the first person to comment here today. Facebook also likes no your Beatrice or say do Michelle. I'm a Phobia member TV on YouTube and also on Facebook. Another powerful platform. Koka Amedu Wonso Mimawakwaba. Joseph Abuaje Mimawakwaba. Juliana Crack also Mimawakwaba. Agulu ye Bode Wonso Michana Ahen Kweku. Hey, Bawamanka Madame Fuahino. On the FN Kwame Ahen. I'm in the Koskuba. Yeah. Na Emmanuel Ahen and another friend. Ebenezer Mimawakwaba Yepa and Richard Ofori Ofiu Michiao so and Betty Jamfi Michiao Yepa Godfred Gans Michiao Area Panini Kofi Wilson Wonso Mimawakwaba Abusia Meso Seba Modern na like video no na share mama so na nipadom emra Oskani Kojoko Achibra Mimawakwaba Opo muti saying nimse Nyankopon adom ti ohun ye Evans A Adankwa Wonso Mimawakwaba pa. Yeah, you're welcome to RAZ Media. And then your first time, and I want to join you. Ha, messing was about more than na subscribe. Like a video, no mame. Na more than so do unsa. But you know, ABC notification bell no so. Said you buy your life. Obey ya where say I day. Yaba na what to me any be show. Had there be an positivity. The direction is the agenda. Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia to lead MPP in 2028. The man of vision. And one day there is no any other agenda. Ghana your pay and I hear any other agenda bia and in tia Yawa. Abusian for me sign Abamisho no so. Me sign Abamisho no so. Now where yes say Mpompo am fere so be boy hwene so a won so ni kwan so fere so dia sawa betare so aha sempompo wan fere so be pi wo hwene so na wani mba bia wo so ni kwan so fere so dia sawa betare so enye fe dia asem shile jamfi me mo akwa ba yie pa mahu nanke ba ne sen na sie na fata na nipa bi ti so kuja tabra kwa ebe na ma bontena be ye dede na me kochia kromfo number 1 te se wo kuja tabra kwa scandals ahodo se na ye ntemfa wo ho okuja tabra kwa otumi egada people with him na wa create ade huhuhu bi na de ababonten na wa ye na nim te se Ghana kura ya tonga na ayeden atene trema ubekom na hwe no kura bi anim na MPP from pemfo moto ho amakwama akwa wei anomasu asuo no ma wei edi pemfo bi no manim ye fom wo kuja tabra kwa party na udi akire NDC party no omo na di Ghana manso amfie bebre fa won sasi obo kire me ade a mo party no pa manyo se mo Ghana wa ya ma Ghana fo se ye penipa e bo ne somwo enipa wo se ye mo ne somwo e wo Ghana nkoso a aka achi a eye mo NDC fo we obi a mo somwo entima fa mo ho adi na mo nam na mo ye dede akra okoho a aye choku efi achi akra emene no eye NDC fo ntia Kumasi kuro na okoho asebio drainage system kura ebi ni ho no NDC fo na say yemfa blame ma because e kuro ye chichira first time a wo chichine ye planning ye Jimmy wo betena akonya so sikadie na ye mode mo diga na sika nyina mo wia Ghana japade nyina Ghana nsase e ho matonton ni nyina bede mu chiri ene wo yonko nkoso the NDC fochi na omo abrabom kura ene se enipa bi bekoso omo abrabom na enye omo a Prensema omo keka fa PDS wan na me ye ho adwuma NMPP for Ghana NMPP for PDS scandal mo bedru aban mu a de mu di kan say ade na ye den yakasa fa ho atwa na adompo adi na atem na eno na yenso ye ba ye wahu ni paponi asem Accra to Kumasi road na ada ho since 19 kwajo ho a afenese ada bia de bechi ade besa nipa wu okwan no so no mo andi sifo na o se nkemfa sa brem no mam bra mo bedi Ghana konwa so na population nye nipa ketoa bi bra mo bedi Ghana konwa so na population nye nipa ketoa bi and the cost of the government enye huge no one timi manage sika na amfa nye infrastructures nka what we have to do is just to maintenance them mo amfa nye na mo chiche de ma mo ho betene MPP amanyoku a Osha Asia Oye Ghana Manyo in the first line. About this is our 16th year. Out of Yankan say 67. And MPP for and the cost of our problems in the society. Oh more than how many years? In 1957 and then 2020 25. Your calculations na famam. Mona matna Ghana konyaso for all long time. Tell me one single project initiative that the NDC was able to fulfill it for the people of for the people in the country. Debi amoba lase na masanko. Moba no be wiye sika na mokotena bontena mu di sika ni wiye a na masan na de ye me ya ne se. Enkrofo we wiye sika na omomfa nya adwuma na obi anya bia ye o. On say ye wo premain ni ene ye wo sika ni. Hia ni obenye sika improve to bia no. Sa nipa na o ye premain ni onye sika ni. Ai timase ye pa. Asikafo ho ene wo premain fo ho. Ohia ni a obenye sika at impromptu abra o 900 ho. Never once in big quantity no na adwene ni kire odo pa bisa ho ahiafo mu di loto million no after 2 years obekọ na otebola so sana ndisi for no tie ahiafo mu abusua ne yehia they come from poor homes, a lot of them enti omo ba aban mu na omo hu sika na omo fom so a enye so di koye investment papa bi ma omanma no bi anya so mfaso okwa akodi okosi dan kese asi ho de bosom bi e ho like be ko be se 1 million Ghana cedi se utie me o de kwa akoto ka kakraka bi de odi betwa 1 kilometer just auto 2 liter of petrol because on him how to manage money nti omo ba sika na ombe wie o omo be wie sika na omo ayeden omo so akogu ba bi na omo di omudia na ewia na omo aso ayehye na omo tietiem just go around the communication TV stations and NDC for communicators omo ba studio a obi kura team bi na no ka kiro say woni opposition tena emfe nwotwe ya come edeme and so they have been in government before but I can tell you and I can assure you say every front liner in MPP be anyone come better in this 4 years a better position. I didn't hear because the mentality of the MPP man is quite different. Moba mudiskana mu wi adama soreko na wo kuja tabra kwa kromfo a wo honsem ho a ye ka ye nya nwie wo mo aso de tina so be dey o be chi MPP fo agum because of one bokro no wadwene nyama wadwene na nya adwuma. Hey Ghana ni MPP ni panyini uti ufie na okuja to abra kwa ba ufie se bie ponoma ni nwura mo ye kromfo twituo woni so a self-defense. A police for a BNI for authorities are buying now more authority to investigate and go Yawa DBFN authorize violence. But your ban politics are young Kanawa Bontain. But the authorities, police, soldier, fire service, what them call prison police, and I say for no. You quote them when you police, and a mono your from authorize violence. Or more more invade even in your private property. Apart from them, there is no any other individual in a bit maba fear. Until John Dramani Mahama will send a bill in the parliament for them to concede, say, yet it be a friend in old access. And yet it be a friend in old access. Ama parliament ya jiatum. Ama mwakwenya. Sebu kunusu ya kileso munyewe no. So kuja tabra kwa ba ufie na ukitetu opa atwene wone so. Udibem. Because apart from the authority, I am recognized by the laws of the land. No other authority, no other organization have the right to invade your private space. Punto. Finito. Obachi 2 and so free onko. Nasa. Nadia Ede. Na me catch the kuja to abra say, the credibility of a person is very, 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 very important. Moka Airbus scandal. I soon try you into kuja to say a really pass. Who pesa wonji Ghana Japadian Fama Ghana for the Kanko Jo Mahama. Abusia meso se mon like video no ma mesremo a dozen every video with me who be the curapo is in that but like no extra someone said no more than I'm on like video no mama yes na you pushing ko ya ni mesremo mo like video no mama okuja tabra kwasi really o person investigation there and you may can't train say the first person that he can use that illegal group for investigation John Mahama on ho now manning church the moon DNT OSP recognizing so the government official one DNT OSP recognizing so the government official one now UK US court to dine Atnasia kese government official one ye nipa bia na ye di sika mano bribe no Intidentia UK court any US court to abo maham omwambo se government official one ye intermediary na oji sika now OSB so abeka se government official one eye mahama na enunti onji ntum se mahama ye krofo enti onko no nko bisa mahama se sika na oji ye no e wo hefa DNT or yes Mahama is the first person to be prosecuted by the oral sex team. Mahama is the right person that we should use him to give example to the others. Because the whole assembly is real. Abusia, the video when it is na yentuado. The video we. The video when I yentuado. Asema beta abonten se tie video we me pese mmeude man ode munya sa akobi wa bodi nsamfo munya no kora munya me pese unya ntobase na follow me very well me pese mmeude issues entinya ntobase na hweme na temasie ye Nyantubase na ti dem be kan che na temase ye so one follow the mede bana won temase because you need to follow to understand the entia was say okuja tabra kwa obi anya den emfa ni serious the entia okuja tabra kwa ka say ni kwanse Ghana for fan serious momentie
eba sasemua aba weekendi yedi ho nkomo ya te se aban ahye se special prosecutor honorable Martina Medu asem no ommaso na won hwehwem NDC fo hu ni se mo hyeda fi se excavator se yira ya se yedi ho nkomo na modi wi aba betwintwan mu ebi se eba se obi na tini krom no wadi na sa na Ghana di aba bepiem eti anya asem bia sai na wo hu no
NDC for no omo no we are omo kicking in first of all we are two obemo say enya ye na dey assembly akoko abuafuya na omo companies duma omo di Africa bu Africa ya etika na neme omo di asem na omo di asem ye din ya be piepiem sabi otu fie na obi di asem kokot ka court no your boarding accuse allegation against you that affect you what did I make so na obi asema copy court now wo na your boarding say wo na why boni why bibia ebe count so we jitu pa say onya de so na all those say on court no we pese we sign within anameba and this is a court Enya court kitwa ewa manone na say between 2009 2011 2015 ya kototo airbus bi na airbus na ya koto ye no obi na ye agent na obi ni be ka intermediary between yen na airbus company no na omo man sike bia enka cost no ze bibi omo man bribe na sa nipa no so no ne busuani ana ne nua na owo abemu oye in charge of that decision making now sha na say President Mahama those times are not a vice president ni nua a friend of Samuel Mahama you see ne papa those times so share President Mahama book out show ya o say on enquire abremu na omone missionaries be etna na omone gi abranche no no mde kwa abrochi so they lost contact and the 2090s ya na wabeka ise ni ya e Ghana o makabo tinini ya no le didi enima na commission oji we nya dia excavator ira nzi obi go wi azika me ya Ghana ya badre excavator ira nzi who say obi ebu oman ye koto plane keke na obi aji home briber don't excavator iranti ya mo se ma de aji briber and also argument ni zinga
na monsemu amukan say government official one no mampani dada his excellency John Dramani Mahama na bi muso kasa sa asem no kra no afi ne ye ba be hwehwe mu nti ase ma premo ho abebo ne din tem dodo
da bi yam pre on no aban no se o hwehwe mu ye nya aban ye political party so ye nya aban president na atro akoma special prosecutor say on hwehwe mu ye political party ni betan ka say yoku for some town you try to say serious fraud office because serious fraud office wo and I hwehwe mu abuchi it is serious fraud office encounter you bet me asa kasa attorney general encounter no mo hwehwe ye political party aban no say hwehwe ye nka say hwehwe mbi ye say u kariweni ehwe that time now they are in charge of the Ghana Armed Forces. They are now ideally Yankasa because we see Matiami do is ideally Professor Tamils Edema Vice President John Mahama say on Didi Nechi. Emma Honsam Baya, set up committee no President Mills Wui and Anna committee in Buya, Yan Shushasim and all that. And see, in the political party, yes, Chica, Yamasi, in the government official one party. na President Mahama and I go. It is also for the way I can't say I'm watching. It's an opportunity to say that Minia Samuel Mahama no or Jessica and Bremidi. Yamina Mecas on Jessica Bia and on Jessica Bia. Oh, fine. And this special prosecutor, so I should no freno, no Bua contact, Kenema, na a bona, I'm bona, and I queen. See, I'm buying also, yeah, buying a political party.
And Tiabusia, a same way never talk about things, said government official one be. The home born was come, our Kujato, Abrapano, Nimpefe, and Nipa, no, yes, Nipa. But awia ti asema okuja to abrakwa etimi katana ni I want you to understand say so okuja to abrakwa betrase na okasa na oye ne ho profosem na o torchi ne na na otwantro okuja to abrakwa ba abonte asem we na obeka ayetie se woti asem na domboadu ekaye say government official one ne ho bon na bon wo eba scandal no mo no say sa nipa no na yo obi asika twitwiri de bi fa ne nsam ai nyon no jombo adu na tini fie e na watwere de aba abonten o na mom no eye court of US any UK and a yes sa investigation no e na omode sa de ne ye den e ba abonten enti no can say Mahama pa omra no meyi ne ho ano miwianom just listen to Okuja Tabrakwa and look at the demeanor or the defend Mahama say enye Mahama na government official one miwiam mesen abo video fufuro bi ato akire na wa ankasa wa resonate with your mind and your brains to understand which person is Okuja Tabrakwa tie.
To make the matters clear, and this is the question I asked earlier. As far as you know, you were deputy minister, member of parliament, key member of the party. Is Mr. Mahama government official one?
So far as I'm concerned, he is not. He is not. I mean, I know for a fact that President Mahama has always conducted himself above board. If you look at some of the facts in the deposition, it is really surprising that government official one will be meeting these people and
who is government official one
and all of that. We need to know. We need to know. I don't have a hunch, and I don't want to engage, in speculative work, in postulations, in engaging in suspicion, in speculative work, I don't have all of that. And
who is government official one?
And all of
Yo, you be signing the direct question. Why in the government official one? Look at the face of Okuja to kakawure wire nanim. Asema okande chire journalist netie.
That we need to know. We need to know. I don't have a hunch, and I don't want to engage, in speculative work, in postulations, in engaging in suspicion and all of that. I would rather have better things to do with my time. And
yes, nti ebere ya Mahama ho asem na ye kan de. Osi on person de no ho beji speculations na hwan na. Wa huntro. Also, Metro TV na odi ntro no na o ka asem na. This is the way Mahama na asem ni pasha ase no odi ntro te. Na wa sha ase na stab. Won't stab na ko stab. Entro nko a because ni team ne conscious kan kire ne say u twa ntro a kira mansan. Tie
my thought processes, I would rather that we all engage with the relevant authorities, and we should give all the support that Martin Amidu needs to investigate this matter. People have raised concerns. Suleiman Abraham has said that about
he could be in a position of conflicts
of interest and all of that. That is a genuine concern, but I'll say that look, let's be willing to gloss over it. This is somebody who, even when he was in government, has shown that he can be independent as is expected of the Attorney General. So I would not, looking at his own track record, put too much weight. If it was somebody else who has shown that he just cannot be independent, then I will go along.
But because of the character of Martin Abidu,
of the character and the track record that he has shown, I am willing that he be given the benefit of the doubt to conduct this investigation.
Since I am Mahama dear no dear, Okuya Tabra kwase Mahama nye government official one, oni Mahama ye, or you be order on Hobeji, Sans and Semnumu. Now, OSP, I him say, Kisibuachi NDC ni, Eba Bontin, a same way or the better Bontin.
The government of Ghana of 3 C-295 twin turboprop military transport aircraft from Airbus followed substantially the same pattern. Parliament approved the proposed transactions in 2011. In accordance with the laws of Ghana, in the estimation of the OSP, there was nothing remarkable about the deal, and it certainly would not have found its way in the UK and US deferred prosecution agreements and made headlines around the world, but for the involvement of former President John Dramani Mahama and his younger brother of the full blood, Samuel Adam Foster, also known as Samuel Adam Mahama, and his associates, as recounted in the UK and US deferred prosecution agreements.
Abushiansawate OSP kusi boatin hwan kisi boatin se kwesi hwan enso oyandi sinia making a clear say John Mahama and his brother, they were involved in the Airbus scandal. But what you assume okuja tobra kwa kwa I see there be Mahama and who ye clean onyawe. Video na me bochire about John Boaduno. What is your kind? Or see the government official one is the person that there were a lot of monies, bribery, given to him to favorite the process of the purchase. So beboa ama Jadi na aban kwa kodino akoso ntentem. Betokuja tabra kwa as he is used to and how he know how to do it well. Etimi katana ni chantro I don't want to waste my time in speculation and other things. Tiasema kisibuaten esanka edisi subieptie.
The OSP investigation found no evidence that former President Mahama was involved or played any role in the procurement and maintenance of the agency relationship between Airbus and Foster and its associates in respect of the purchase by the government of Ghana of military transport aircraft from Airbus. And it appears to the OSP that the direct communications and meetings between former President Mahama and officials of Airbus to close the deal were actuated by good intentions on the part of the former president. It also appears that Foster and his associates became involved as intermediaries in the Airbus Ghana deal after the decision by the government of Ghana in preference of the C-295 aircraft. Therefore, it seems that Foster's Airbus intermediary role at the time his brother served as the vice president of Ghana was a case of luckless coincidence that attracted the disapproval of the UK and US authorities. The OSP found no evidence that suggests that the involvement of Foster as an intermediary of Airbus and the direct communications and meetings between former President Mahama and officials of Airbus to close the deal between Airbus and the government of Ghana amounted to any corruption and corruption-related offense in respect of which the OSP has a mandate. However, it ought reasonably to have occurred to former President Mahama and the government of Ghana that the familiar relationship between former President Mahama and Foster and the direct participation by former President Mahama in the communications and meetings with Airbus officials were bound to raise reasonable suspicions of improper conduct and dealings, notwithstanding any claims to good faith conduct and above board dealings, especially in light of the fact that during the first Airbus campaign, former President Mahama was a chairman of the Armed Forces Council by reason of his position as the vice president, and therefore a very key decision maker. Such close proximity dealings by such elected high officials of the Republic and their kin and close associates on behalf of the Republic should neither be viewed favorably nor encouraged, as they give rise to reasonable suspicion of influence peddling and conflict of interest, never mind any intended good faith on the part of the vice president or the president. Then again, the direct participation of the president and the vice president on behalf of the Republic in commercial communications and meetings with commercial entities should not be encouraged either, as they expose these elected high officials to the specter of the slightest hint of perceived corruption that may attend international business transactions. The president and the vice president should be insulated from such direct commercial dealings.
The Court of London and the Court of US declare Mahama government official one. Na sa government official one no the oye no and say ono na sika kese bi fa nsam enti okujata brakwa should go there. Go and find Mahama to question
processes
him.
Leading to the purchase by the government of 3C295 twin turboprop military transport aircraft from Airbus followed substantially the same pattern. Parliament approved the proposed transactions in 2011. In accordance with the laws of Ghana, in the estimation of the OSP, there was nothing remarkable about the deal, and it certainly would not have found its way in the UK and US agreements.
Yeah, okay, into US for actually say government official one, no you come for OSP. I recognize it. Mahama say Mahama na no you official one, but Kisiaji Jaben, thy sister Dana Pia Medawase, and nam ni relation over one DC when Tian Farm up on 10 and Kasa Mahama. Ejisika, but come in say Mahama government official one. Government official one na US 4, US and UK 4, a kamayati as say, or ye nipa bia, Nesika Kessia, a financial. And to the other person can I mean from Cosison say, Okuja Tabrakwe, so also what your sextima, Komahama ho, na kwaji Ghana for ye sika maye. Na wanka sanso fa wo ho bɛkyerɛ Ghanafoɔ kwan a wofa so pade no nyinaa no fa bra bɛkyerɛ Ghanafoɔ ansana Mahama de mmara bi kɔ parliament sɛ yɛma yɛnti oral team bi a oral sex team a yate aseɛ na yagye atum ansana ubetumi akobi fie akobisa ne nkwasi asɛm a akɔ akobisa. But until that okujata abrakwa we corrupt more than each and every politician in Ghana. Second, we ntrofo because utumi kata wani mu di ntro de kyerɛ Ghana fo. Third, won kwa na utumi wia sika efiri Ghana fo fotuom ɛsan be di ntro ka kyerɛ Ghana fo sɛ ye wia na wo bonsuom. Bro 200 million Ghana cedis. Okujata say ye wia no afiri bonsuom. Oko ohoro ne ka, hweo nipa da sani. Ohia ni ase ni bate se wo okujata abrakwa. Utumi je 200 million Ghana cedis wo kam, ema wo de free. You think we are kids? Are you kidding me? Are you trying to abuse me? Do you want to insult my intelligence? Enti okujato di kan ye adwuma wo fie Mahama Airbus one kasa your sources of income bekyerɛ yen ansana Mahama do be di team bi anim sɛ mo nkoye hwan operation hwan sɛ oral sex ya ye you mo akwese adwuma. Until then shut up and stay where you are because wo honsem dos nse ne wansena a omuwo ahwere babia yeton ahwede ohun sem do so sene enwanse na omo atwa hye babia yeden yeton ahwede nto okuja tabra kwa kawano tum enkofa kwase ampanyin hopes na do ye ni wachi ni nkwase asem because onokura hopes no ne ho wa asem abrochire ha maamefo bi no mehwe hopes enti se wo credible person de na ye bibia nyo ne hopes na do ye kromfo otimi bejeje maamefo omo ye adwuma wa abrochire anopa ye soro ye di america di bass ye chiepa ekwa adwuma na hopes na do ye timi afa prayer free Ghana ba bejeje won sika adi sika no kromfo we na odena ko so odena ko chi kromfo a thief who is going after a thief kromfo ko chi kromfo what be that okuja tabra kwa peba bitna na me dia maka uya mpipi ni panyin otufi anajo atotuotu ho otufi awie na wo fi atotuotu ho okuja tabra kwa ba no kese obefo so awura ofi a utimi twituo ne so de oyo no mra ni akire nsamfu na odi no emra bia ngaide no ote se kromfo uhia ne wo ofi anim na okese obewura ofi a oyo kromfo yo no obetimi ayo no John obetimi ayo no because Ghana maimu no ye ni ye fe ne sen ye ni ofeni sen this banana state team ena yenti nwuram yenti jangum yenti nwuram se kwase ampanyin bi asori a na wafa tumi de asinebo so se oye de ope okuja toy do the right thing ena osikani kwajo ekan okura esi school kura okwa ni UK kura ban sika Ghana fonto boa na odi ko school free jimi what the abana home faswa from your childhood what bogana krono from your childhood what aso bogana krono wo mom na waso se okopre nipa bi no ma chio mo wo modam yankopon eni betua mo ka one by one the answer made segment we ba besi no de me pese me nka no nto ho ase ne se wo yam pipi ni na okuja tabra kwa otuna no si uso ofre o se bra opa manko nyese opa ne wo ko manko odikitikiti no ba ofie na okitatu a twesi ni so pam no te se kromfo oye kromfo because emra bia ni Ghana manmu a ema kwan okuja tabra kwa ekosesa nkwase afo bi di nachi lo ya kweku lo ya peku se fe ni sanyo akwa bi na no ye demonstration se garamse akwa bi na no ye demonstration se ye si Bank of Ghana or ye neutral onya hwesan di sini kase o de san kwase afo ni nyina ba ofie na ohu na twetuo sini so yes RAZ tell okuja tabra kwa to collect 2.7 million euros from the ambulance deal before he assumes office as finance minister. I sakwasi ampanyi to force na mukututwa de na moja na one na modi nsem 2.7 million dollars no euros no kwaje no so braye ora be ora sex na jimi mu se mu ye nipa 9 monfo fama ho se mahama so nsan there no enti mo ankasa mo ntras na mo mfofa mo ho eno na motumi ko oral sex there to me the meaning of oral sex and say well say ba man mo am nko deep oral ne oral bay kotiko bi di men money din Anthony Patti na ye nwina adwene bi o say oral sex and now the name of the squad Jimmy okuja to e ba bitina before answer gangster bi o one people mbetwi tuo wo so woni fie anim because MPP for my bro mojanim ansana omobe politicians nya MPP for nyina MPP for nti se mo NDC for amonya adwo mabra bomu da no nti peba bitra awudifo a momfa sika nkoto ambulance mra na sabio dasani yare a yedene akọ hospital yakosa na ho yade huti nkata ho ani ewia ho sika nyina di ye nso ye gya ho ne ho ne nam enso ye gya ho ne ho ne nam ho onipa dasani na pomudene ho nsem kura no mudi ho sika makora market ehye monji sika na monfa nkoma adwadifo na omonye omo adwuma mo share that trance eche sika ni diye maame na ote America afei akromfo du twi abai ene bi obetumi asen abagana president ya otumiji bribe wa san kwaji for this expenditure for do asabio every common person can buy utimiji bribe wa kwaji bi ye kan say omode maame de kosi presidency now how can you give a road contract to somebody and you allow the person to give you common fault now watch onokura na mo samba be the president now so obia ya man contract ya waye adwuma watini 10% eneko na kohwe Sami Jamfi kwan of aso a wato dan esi one of the most expensive places in the country kwana kohwe go and ask the access of Sami Jamfi and let him tell you the sources of his income wunni munyansa na unhu dia onyena politics aboard am na one nam na wudi nkwasi asem and this if way se mu wi asika na momfa bi mi enwuma mfa solve problems na e wo man num mum mi enwuma bi se mum produce gare aya brande mum produce dokono company o produce dokono aya brande mun hwe anyansa mfa sika na nya adwuma ma Ghana for manya mfa so mfiri so furniture se ekoto free Turkey nnua Bugana momfa sika nkototo machines mfira brochire empro carpenter fo mum produce furnitures in a big quantity na mun distribute across the country Jimmy munye sika na mo de to cash an mun tuminka because ka kwa nkora anye yansan be na wo na enye bibia nka wo kuja tabla kwa wo se na hwan se wo de bra chempo na nimba ye fo ni e jamo ama mokwan ama mokwanya omoye de mo pe wo man no mo enkopemene enti okuja to this is what Mr. Marvel has for you today think okuja to enim kwase asem because the law the law of Ghana does not lay in your annals and the law of Ghana is in the constitution and until the constitution of Ghana will allow you to operate that manner that you are operating, you can't do nothing. Just stop your stupidity. Just what? Stop that stupidity. Abusia segment way medibesia mama yento asunko yanim. Na yenko the main story of the day. Abusia for him say likes na for more me and am slemo am on like video no mama. And ya doso. Enti mama de na am like video no. Yes na yempushi ya hona yenko yanim. Ejumana me na yelfa. What you can do to support me is just to like my video. Subscribe to my channel too. Don't forget to smash the ringtone, the bell. Say the beya me ba life wa. Once no don't say my ba life no abe join me. Ye do say ya na efe, ya na show na ete. Ye wi ani e be phone last na tum. No bi a che na adwen e wo se me de ba ye. Abuja, let's move on. Ghana for and some people boba. And the Abu Bobani said, free education no. Ye betwem. Free education no. NDC for MP free education. Minim se wan kasa unim se Mahama akasa fa free education. Mahama kasa so many times about free education. But there be our can na waka e dia kowo baabi na wayi nani. There be our can na waka kowo baabi ye the pressure gu ni so a na watwe asan but abusua ene de ye pro the reality is on. Mahama can say he cannot accept say government will spend all these monies to educate Ghanaian children. See a video now.
For this academic year, if you have 2 billion more to spend on education, will you spend all of it on free SHS so that even when people can afford to pay, they don't have to pay? Because today there's no system where if my child goes to a public secondary school and I can afford to pay, there's no system.
And this is what Mahama show on TSA say, a buying tax. Yebejiji, maybe I feel a man for my school. Na dear Yani say, Sasam na Mahama Kano. Na yo MDC for be man no more support. Sandi pana no more support to Sansem no ebi anyway Haruna Idrisu. Ene Haruna Idrisu is the Minister of Education. Haruna Idrisu Ejna Parliament Ekachire Ghana for say on tiasie the intel se Ghana ban sisa Ghana tax mfan pia school amount for my school na de ono pese onye ne se e wo se ye hwehwe system bia e betumi de identify one mo betumi atua ne one ma wontumi tua video no ne hwe mame.
Clear. And this is the question I asked earlier. As far as you know, you were deputy minister.
For this academic year,
No.
if you have 2 billion more to spend on education, will you spend all of it on free SHS so that even that?
Okay. Papa we yo jina hoi. On efeni Haruna Idrisu. And now Menoka say he is the Minister of Education. Okay, SKB, I wish you were Miriam. He is the Minister of Education. Asema ya Mahama Kane hanitini ye.
Can afford to pay, they don't have to pay. Because today there's no system where if my child goes to a public secondary school and I can afford to pay, there's no system.
Yes. Inti asemo ya Haruna Idrisu. Said John Mahama Kane no. Papa we needs to Papa we yo jina yefene Haruna Idrisu. One ne ya adwene pa ye. Inti in fact, Papa we nso call parliament. Eko kan the same thing. Ti asema Haruna Idrisu eka etie.
I'm concluding that Ghana needs to take advantage of UNESCO's advice on secondary education. How accessible is it? What is the quality? Are we running a secondary education system that produces quantity and not quality? And Mr. Speaker, my controversial point. Ghana needs a means test. A means test to determine who can pay, who cannot pay, and who can pay for education. This political thing of wanting to please everybody at the detriment of quality will harm this country in the next decade if we don't look back.
Haruna Idrisu asemo kan say free education senior secondary school no esay Ghana school no enti o say yenya bibi na yenhwehwem one more betumi atua school fees ye more muntua one more won to me ntua ma ye omuntua ye more muntua na the Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo a political gymnast. He is just trying to do a political score. And in Tiawama Manfo Eco School. The students now more produce no. Amu nim dear. Enye school papa. Tionono Haruna Drusu on support. And ye know as Minister of Education. Hey, and someone see. Ono na no the Minister of Education. What is the meaning of that? The agenda of John Mahama to cancel the free education from the system. Abim. Na die ya ne se wo hu. Senkaye na Ghana to say UK, Italy, Germany, America, Austria, Erike du mo akwaba. And Margaret Fegans me ma wonso akwaba. Karl Maxwell wonso mo akwaba yepa. Senkaye na Ghana to say developed country babia official. Eya automatic say be hu obia family bia. Ne annual income nka asema papa iken kanyansa betumi apam statement way 2022 I nyantro na mi di chiro. This statement was made by Haruna Idrusu at the end of 2022. Entimi Senka Ghana ye was system bi wo ho a eye functional bosome afibia ye hu abusua bia sika ebe wura ne bottom and also pese won apply such tina nke ye kama sana brochretie abrochre university ahiafo ko ni free school obi akọ ni free but ye mfa ne se wo no o pese wo nye bibibi entino de secondary school kurano o maye nko ni free de betima tuantua mpo na enye problem but me bisa hadi na Idrusu se kwan ben so na obefa so adi temo kwan na betimi atua ene hwan na entimi ntua nti ameke so mbetwam no de nti ombetwam ne se to determine who will pay and who will not pay no ye kwa akobie office ahodo. Enti office hono awufo ne be nante ho akoka akire wona wote ho se sabio omuntimi ntua omumba school fees. Enti anytime you see John Mahama you see alleged corruption. So those offices eba beye tuama me na me ma wo ba no kwan ma nko free SHS because in Ghana, baby office wa amamfo na determine what to do, what not to do no. Nipa na oto ho no yaka woni ye culture so bia didi anadwuma oye ho. Enti so far as ye ko bi office. Na ye de amamfo ekotena ho. Na sa ankrofo na ebe determine abusua ben na obetumi ama ne ba ako school free any day on to me go school free no actually will say corruption in a river. Until anytime you see John Mahama you see corruption. The free education secretariat baba dan krono fie kese pa. Until at the end of the day I just say one ma wo sika and ebetumi abraibo the secretariat na ya mo ma school for free. Now here na nka oye somebody oye indeed in need of that policy no you be jana to fear. Iyaba bema mami a ohweme papa a ohweme. Anytime you see Mahama corruption unim the entire because of the way he do his things and the primitive way Nanado nyese bi asabio school free SHS no na Monica o. But because Nanado knows the mentality of Ghanaians. Say nipa no nya de no ko wura office hope. Ona wasesa. Enti no kase o hwehwem no nye hiafo ma. O nya kwa nye hiafo ma. He will do it as business. Enti hiafo ma ankasa they cannot pay to get access. And intia ye be a two said there is no discrimination. Nobody, everybody can join free. But in Krofowe, Joseph Buan Mwakwa ye pa, and Regina Nelson also Mwakwa. And Krofowe ya, Omodie. I don't know if this is why I can answer my beneficiary of free education and Northern Regional. So I don't know this. On the Mahama na, we bought more do chile wa no more cassette or Montia said the intel was buying tea man for my school fees. Sound from me no way in ano. They are who they are today because Memesi Kodo Koko, Unana, no ye Jmo Kumase and Knai. Bonomani Masunyan, the Chima Tadi Takurade, Tema. Nto bo amototo ye na ye de hwe nkwasiafo mienu we square ne omo abenya post kakra ti say ya instead of saying come be example of this model no they are rather fighting against the same thing that they benefited from. Thankrofo we yo entunim de besi ye be bie the free SHS secretariat other say regional district anase bia ye de kusi akra. Enti wo na obekọ ukoduru ho a wo ye ba wo ho efa ade ni gyina ho kama to no bom na soro no so gyina ho kama apo kama nipa na ote no hu pepepe be twa to ansa be ma oba anya free education awanya because me be ma wo hwe me unim me nso minim se Ghana maimu ye ni system a calculate the annual income of each citizen. Enipa bebre enyuma omo ye informal work, informal job. There is no pay slip. There is no system of pay slip. There is no system to calculate how much you earn annually and in which manner is that man. The new Minister of Education, who can pay and who cannot pay. And the free SHS no, he between. Let me. Hey, be another you said John Sam Papa we can one so. Listen to the another video. Our original campaign platform or TMU. Na yeme yayema with the who said. And this if no mo ye hia for bebre ye hia for no. Omumum no mo ye nipa be no mo gina ho ebose de mahari na idruso on what he was saying. Tie.
No ni o ma shebe film on manyafo haru na idrisu ekire se aban we wo pre ne ho pa so wode ntroso suku ye kwa eba enya de se be ye dwuma tsani a wo hye ho bono okasa no se aban we pese enkode wo Ghana ase dachi eye bibie wo no nti ena wo so sa ntroso suku no ahwe senka wo dwuni Ghana fo ho epe Ghana ye dachi mu a ankode hye pa ne begu akwanu wase obi enka se fo asempa kodo emu se ntroso suku na ye kwa na eye na nyama nyosam enye bia nenso mudadwu no muntia sese aban entu ne boa wo pepre ne ho sika kro de bebo ho bra amano ache ne bi ni wo mo na wo kasa ewo atifiri emantemo ebra NDC amayiko no eye apomtretre nante adwumadi a mo ede epre enkabo mu ewo tamale no
In
yɛne mmarahyɛbadwa ne ogyemu de ɛma ɔmanfoɔ tamale no
bi a yɛ mese nyama na audio no nyɛ kama asɛm a na ɔka ne sɛ ɔse Ghana ban ntimi finance free education yɛntumi nyama no ɛni kwan sɛ yɛyɛ ɛyɛ sikasɛyɛ ɛyɛ sikahyeɛ ntimi wia bisa wo sɛ ɛbaa ne sɛn na John Mahama appointed Haruna Idrisu as the Minister of Education. Is it consequential? Is it consequential? Now, dear Yanni said, the free education no mono muhunisano, and the improvement to Sukura Poisian by Yaman Yosemu, as answered the improvement to grab by your school, at the swim, a man for young woman. In fact, we are head said Ghana is the second better school in the whole of Africa. But in Nkrofo, come before so many sika dintino. They don't want to support your education. Enti abusia na de yeden de da hono no. Ai ya yeti aburuchira nka ya suma adwe kakra yi. Abusia mfo be hyase afre ye. Sabi o ya wo makakra wo fie yi. Ye be hyase send school fees ya kofie. Free education no enkrofo no omo betwam nye omo no omo de baaye omo nim kwan omo befa so omo be manage amana yeye entu pe omo abai omo betwam omo mma emeka nto se ye atwam o na de emeka ye ntie ni yie conditions aye de beba ho no ohiani na nkasa obehia saa policy na na do de baaye na odwene ni papa na ana odwene ohiani ho onni bie ho e de baaye no condition e de begu ho no ohiani no wuntumi nkwa na manaye yie enti ebeye saa na asai na atete apro na enya adwuma biem enti wo no wo ba na oba no nyini duru saa age na wo nwene kura so de na beko because onim se wo kwa wo nyam betanado John Mahama campaign time o se private school kura de omo be ka free SHS entro nko a entra kese nko a na MPP NDC fo enti abedi a kire yen ama MPP fo ada ama nkrofo etime bu afa yen so ene adwuma sabio anado be ye nyina meyam kame meyam bomu misro meya se nkrofo e ba be se no omo ba be se free SHS no because plan omo aplan se emfaso de omo nya free SHS no amanfo ma eni kwan so omo nya samfaso de ani bi. That is their plan, and we are here to see more kind national health insurance. Males can say amazing member man one time premium etiakla entia biem yani ba ya hoso no na ukita Ghana fancy national health insurance now ko hospital sell ope palaria na yemfa mawo ya guno mokai Professor Mills say nsu bo ayede light bo ayede amenze member metmudu boom obedru ya next week na ya tu nsu ni light Matromax na eye after STC any tata that was the second time amampanyi bi transe adding different means of transport affordable to common Ghanaian and this for better konwam and omugu no school feeding program je kufo na de bae adentia ase ahiafo ma no askafo ma no kosko mutumi de aduane kokodi e ma omo ho to won but ahiafo ma kosko a omo nya aduane enti ebinum kura no nko school enti media aduane ko school fanchana na nkura no anya gina sudie bi dia ko school and this for bedru ya ena kaput finito ena mo say no free school feeding program na enye adwuma biem e ma ne nye onwo nursing and teachers training allowance enye se MPP aban na ho teno na oye ye o na Ghana for ye ne nurses enough so mbehwe ayare for Ghana maimu enti je kofo ye se saa na tie dia ma men support obi obetu ne ho asi wo se okosua nwoma bebo Ghana ba ho pan ena de nursing training allowance bae teacher for so na yesua ena no so je kofo de bae. And this is for buy or move because they don't see the importance of it. One say, and this is for the country or so more no mutiko copa. You want some who I encounter. One say this country 2009 but no mutiko copa. So we need my juma J Kufo never so yen will cocoa for my hood and never Ghana. You better cocoa mount. Ye spray koko sumau ye twa wakate mau ye koto nuro de bebo koko na koko atimi aso je kufo ye sa nyuma na mfaso ba so no ena ndisi fo ebedi akonwa omo bedi akonwa nam so omo anto aso ntino omo benefit from enyuma na je kufo aye omo ba ya na Ghana na produce koko pa adentia na je kufo jumadin okoko ahodo mo Ghana maimu nyina omo ba ya no they just came to harvest omo prepare for the next koko na wana ombechiche mass spray bui akatitwa bui koko ofuo mu dot ye kwoti ni nyina bui enso na je kufo afa Ghana foma no tua wonka ma omukọ amamfo afom kọ ye nyuma and this for be na sa a friend max spray. I'm telling you for fact. Na friend Coco Max spray by J Kufo. Ye fa workers and ye tia wonka won kurase. And so no, and this is for buy na omunse Coco no produce more no. Inside of them to continue the policy and keep on harvesting no. They just came to harvest. Enti omo na na do abreso Coco ana yete no Ghana esote ba from Jimmy Obaya one continue and provide and service cocoa trees no how ye the obeti di ekoye no ebeye de na do breso wasen ati cocoa do memfa bi nka ho ana wati ase Ghana Brasta Ghana Brasta ene ye footballers wo Ghana NDC for breso je ku for breso ena ye gurumu young guys e o pram ho. And this is for buy no omo ngurumu obia enti omo aje kufo gurumu omo a na omo anya form omo de bobo no eno na this is for be harvest ye yam prepare grounds for the future hey abusia na de wo hono no mo amfa mo si ha me mia sk e wo life to mo amfa si na me mie full life no engum na monsan frefre yes abusia ntino sa partner e friend NDC no enye party bia I will say wunya expectation do be free one so omo be kreti omo lutu do omo atnase ahye enti inside of paying your child education they would rather use that money to go to Dubai. It is kind of go Dubai ne ma koda sanyaba enti abusia free SHS ne de umpeo yaguno kura free SHS yagu ube hu de besie abusia meso se bomodre na like video no mame na share mame so na invite onamfofo na omo emejo ne yen bi wi ase ne na your first time awaba platform we so a RAZ Media GH. No life on so I Kennedy Japan Junior on Facebook. Mesro say modern na subscribe for sabo adomano so said they buy life for one so no ubetumi I join yen na oni ebedi nkom. Abusia mabie phone lines no atum utumi frɛ na one so no wakyerɛ wadwen medamu nyina ase ene brɛ a munya de maame ene enye da nyina ena munya ne se ene ye dɔɔso paa na meso sɛ wa waba ha bia no bɔ modene sɛ obɛka the lane sɛ de be ya da bia ba life a obetumi aba na wabe support yɛn na yɛtumi de dwumadie no aba ɛwɔ kwan papa so ene kwan fɛfɛ so medamu nyina ase moma yɛmfa first call. Sister Diana.
Mami.